All right, recording now.
All right. Hey guys, what was the first song you ever recorded as a group?
Ooh.
Oh wow.
I want to say "Ordinary Love."
Just how I feel.
Just how I feel.
Just how I feel.
Just how I feel.
Oh
Can
man.
you hear a little bit of that?
Just how I feel.
Oh man, you do go in the time vault. Let me see.
2, 3, and.
Time after time, I've taken chances on love. Yeah. Short-term romances, but this time is different. This time is real. And I want you to know just how I feel.
Outstanding.
Yo.
It's been a minute.
So I wanted to ask y'all in 2012, what are your goals as a group, and how much longer until your album drops?
Our goals as a group.
Take it to the next level.
Yeah, basically,
You know?
exactly. Take it to the next level, and give the world, some music that they've been missing, man. Not to knock anybody that's out here right now doing anything, but it's a lot of good music that's being passed over, and we trying to bring that style back.
It's a lot of harmonies that are missing.
I'm trying to teach mine personally, man. I'm trying to teach them little eyes that's watching me. My kids, like, don't ever give up on the dream. It's 15 years in between. About 13 years in between the last time we was together, and we just never gave up. We just never gave up on our flavor. We never gave up on music. We did things individually and in different settings, but it's always been love, and it's always been a love for the craft and a love for the music. You know what I'm saying? And we want to be masters. We was trained to be. You know what I mean? That's why we could stand the test of time. We was trained to stand up. You know what I mean?
You mentioned kids, and that speaks to the family. So I had always wanted to ask you guys, what does your family think of what you do, and are they supportive of what you do?
Without a doubt, our families have been intertwined over the years.
They are biggest fans.
Biggest fans, biggest critics. I mean, they've always been there, and they've been that kind of support that we needed from like day one when things were sketchy and we were running up in Temple Universal Studios, which were nothing but a little shack and closet, trying to pay our vocal instructor with food,
Yeah, we used to have to bring our vocal instructor food.
Shout out to Owen Brown.
OMG Brown.
Owen Brown.
But the love has always been there from our families, and they've always supported us on. Half of them are mad that we never kept on. So
yeah, most of my family members got into music, inspired by us. My cousins, my little brother became a rapper, from watching us.
Lamar.
Now, Mr. Baggs of Mr. Baggs Entertainment brought y'all together here in Philly at Philly Style Studios, here at 19th and Morse.
Philly Style.
Philly Style. What is your relationship and your ties with Mr. Baggs and Mr. Baggs Entertainment?
We go back. We go back. I mean, to back when Baggs was still living on South Street.
22nd.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been a good relationship. We've had a real good run, and we just felt as though it was time to try to do it again. And Baggs was a key part of that. He was real instrumental in our success at the time. So we figured we would go with a winning combination. XL and Mr. Baggs Entertainment, it works well together. And aside from the business relationship, he's like a brother.
It's like personal in the business.
Right. We came up on the same streets, man, same circumstances. I've always admired Baggs' hustle, man, like his drive and hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's infectious. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He about getting things done. You know what I mean? And you got to respect that. You got to love that.
With the worldwide release and the internet launch of Reality Speaks, what do the fans have in store for them? And what should they expect from you guys?
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna pull my pants down on camera. It's like, no, I'm only playing. No, I'm gonna tell you realness. Like, I watch these garbage reality shows that everybody, you know, that some people like. Look, man, do you and everything, but I'm talking about unscripted. Like, you've always got the real us. You know what I mean? Whether it was 15 years ago or today, you've always got the real rap. Like, we ain't going, and I think that's just indicative of Philly's 215, stand up. We the realest people, I think, in the country. I think Philly is the realest city on the planet, man. Like, we gonna really tell you what it's hitting for. It's not Hollywood, it's not dressed up. Some days it's not gonna be pretty. You know what I'm saying? Some days, but it's real though. It's real. It's really real. You know what I mean? So
now, do all of y'all originate from Philly, or where are y'all from, and how did y'all come together as you know? Wow. And how did y'all come up with the name XL? That's what I really want to know. First of all.
Who came up with XL?
Baggs came up with XL.
The tree that we took. In reverse, we started from the outer branches of the tree and all came together at the root because we were in many groups.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We were a 9-man group here, 5-man group here, 4-man group here, this and that, and we finally just somehow between all these people that know each other in Philly merged and tried to piece some things together.
I actually met Scorp and Tav from me being in another group and we had the same manager.
Right.
We had the same manager, Robin Trent.
Robin Trent. Wow.
You know.
Wow.
Dorian Harrison.
After the group that I was with broke up, it just so happened that like whenever I was out at like any kind of musical function or anything, I would run into these cats.
Yeah.
That's just how it started. Like I started running into them everywhere, and everywhere we got together, we would always sing something together.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, somebody put a gun in my head and said, "You gonna be part of Forte?" That's the name of the group.
We was called Forte at that time. Yeah.
But no, you know, it was just
me and Tom was talking. We was like, "Yo, we gotta get this brother fried. Whatever it takes, we gotta get him out there."
And it just evolved. It was natural. Right. It was natural. It was like, you know.
Tav and I have been knowing each other. I think probably the longest. Tav and I grew up in Bristol, PA, or the suburbs up in Bucks County. Right outside Ben Salem, you got Levittown. Shout out to Levittown. Shout out to Bristol. You know what I mean? And so he and I came together. And we was in a group together. I met Jay when I moved back to Philly. We worked together, and I knew he sang Church Boy, play piano, Chili's on City Line Avenue. We opened that thing up. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, you know.
So now, how would you describe your music to someone who haven't heard XL before?
Soul.
Yeah, soul.
Harmony. You know? I mean, we strive on harmonies. We are so asinine about harmonies
I can honestly say we are one of the very few groups, you know, especially from our era, that focus primarily on our acapella. Like, we focus more so on our acapella set than we did, you know, as far as with the music. Because if something ever went wrong with the music,
we can still keep it
we can still hold our own.
Right.
You know? And not to brag or nothing, but you know, it's just certain things we know that we're good at.
Oh, straight up, man. That's what we do. We was always trained. And then, you know, going into little clubs where the sound ain't on and stuff like that, we'll put the microphones down, turn the music off, and get it. You know what I mean? That's how we was trained.
Okay. So what can people expect to see at a live performance different from, you know, anything else, anybody else?
Live, we take on a whole different persona. You know, live. You know, right now you got us in this setting. We're in a room where, you know, we've got mics and everything, and it's kind of, you know, subdued or whatever, if you want to use that word. Live, it's a whole, you know, different set of circumstances. Live, we turn into our alter egos.
Musical interaction, you know what I mean? We like to interact with the audience.
Yeah, a lot of crowd interaction.
Bring them in and just get them to feel what we trying to.
Now, who have you worked with in the past, and who would you like to work with in the future?
Wow, in the past, Ghostface.
We got a hip hop history.
Yeah.
We really came up during the era where a lot of R&B groups was getting signed to like hip hop labels. And, you know, hip-hop was running the world, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so with the Wu-Tangs, the Rough Riders.
Yeah, we done worked with,
Eric
That song with Mac 10.
Yeah, we did. Oh, I
And then,
forgot. Did a song with Mac 10. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And I forgot all about
I forgot all about
Freddie,
that.
Then you know, separately, like as after you know our hiatus, you know, separately we were all doing things.
Right.
Me, I was doing, you know, some stuff with Wyclef, you know, for a time, brief period. Ty was,
I worked with Asher Ross for
Asher,
a little
yeah.
bit and did some other stuff. So I mean, we've always kept it, you know, kept interacting.
Absolutely.
That whole society.
Is there anybody you would like to work with? And you know, in the future.
We are the world. I don't work with everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to work with the Roots. I ain't gonna front. I got to get on stage with Black and them, man. Straight up.
Okay, I have one final question to ask you. Now I need you guys to close your eyes and meditate for a second. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. I want to know. Now think back. Think back as a child. What was your first experience with music?
My first experience, my mother took me to church. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what was going on. She took me to church. There's a whole bunch of kids sitting there. Sat in the row. Okay, there you go. That's choir rehearsal. Oh. From then on, I was singing gospel, and that's how it started. She just threw me right into the choir, and no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
My first idea with music is me and my little cousin Gary being babysat by my grandma, and we used to march around the table singing "Burn, Baby, Burn," and we got beaten for it because my grandma was like ultra, you know, church and Christian, and she was like, I'm just singing that devil music, you know what I mean? And we used to get smacked for it, but for some reason the song "Burn, Baby, Burn" was just, we used to march around "Burn, Baby, Burn," you know. So that's where my singing career began.
We going all the way over. Yeah.
Man, I'm radio in the gospel. They just said I never shut up as a kid. That's all. And, you know, I would imitate everything coming off, and then coming up. You know, my thing is I always imitated males and females on the radio, because I would try and hit all those ranges, and then getting with, once again, the gospel set. You know, my grandmother was a Seventh-day Adventist. God rest her soul, and you know, from there on, and sky's the limit. After that, it was just.
I can honestly say music has always been a part of my family. My mother sings, my brother, younger brother and sister sing. Growing up in church, you know, was you know the ultimate choir boy. You know, stayed in church. My very first experience with music is you gotta hear my mother tell this story. My favorite song as a little kid was "Fire" by the Ohio Players.
I got that on my MP3 right now.
I'm not even gonna go into that story, but that's you know, that's my very first taste and love for music. And like I said, aside from the fact that I just grew up with it, you know, all my life.
If you could sum the group up XL in 3 words, what would they be? And I want to start from one end to the other.
Okay.
Harmonic.
Diverse.
I would have to say seasoned.
Timeless.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
What I like about you guys is I feel like y'all universal. You know what I mean? You know, it's nothing I haven't heard from you that I couldn't relate to. You know what I mean? So on that note, is there anything else you want your fans and viewers to know from XL?
Get ready. Get ready for the realness. As my man Super B used to say, watch the magic. Watch the magic.
Yeah, we're going to do some old and some new, you know what I mean? But the new, we definitely taking it in different paths, you know. So.